Steals J Bancha, Diko Bancha. Real Jamghar Jahan Real Party Pack Tyahan.
Proud to be associated with Kantipur Samachar.
On the 11th day of the escalating Iran-Israel conflict, Israeli forces have launched fresh strikes near Iran's Fordo nuclear site as Tehran vows decisive retaliation. The UN is calling for a ceasefire while global powers urge restraint. Meanwhile, 11 Nepali nationals rescued from Iran are set to arrive in Kathmandu by Wednesday evening. Minister Arju Rana confirmed their safe return is being coordinated, though individuals without a passport may face delays. This and more on today's Kantipur News. Good evening, I am Aprila Ghising Lama and these are the headlines of the hour. Minister for Foreign Affairs Arju Rana says efforts are underway for rescue of Nepali citizens in Iran and Israel. 11 rescued from Iran currently await in Masad for their return to Nepal. Man illegally transfers land occupied by 20 families in Dhanusa. CIAA probes collusion between land office staff and local representatives. Israel launches heavy strikes near Iran's Fordo nuclear site. US President Donald Trump says damage is monumental. Iran promises to stop retaliation. And Nepal police to face APF in Nakos Cup semi-final. Departmental rivals clash in women's volleyball tournament. Welcome back. Minister for Foreign Affairs Arju Rana has said efforts are underway for rescue of Nepali nationals affected by the Iran-Israel conflict. 11 Nepali nationals rescued from Iran are currently in the Iranian city of Mashhad and are awaiting their return to Nepal. They were evacuated from Tehran by the Indian embassy in Iran and traveled approximately 900 kilometers to reach Mashhad, where they are now staying at a hotel. The group is awaiting a repatriation flight, which the Indian authorities have assured will be arranged on a priority basis. However, the exact flight schedule has yet to be confirmed. Among those in Mashhad are Hari Thapa from Udaipur, his wife Gayatri Karki Thapa, and their son Utsap Thapa. Others include Vishnu Prasad Bushal, Buddhi Busal, Sagar Podel, Ganesh Pokhrel, Suman Gairi, Vishnu Prasad Banzare, Yagya Marasini, and Raju Khanal, all from Butwal. It has been reported that Vishnu Prasad Banzare does not possess a passport, which may delay his immediate return. According to the Nepali embassy in Doha, coordination is ongoing with all 11 individuals. These Nepali nationals had been working in various Iranian restaurants and embassies in Tehran for periods ranging from 8 to 24 years. Meanwhile, 5 other Nepali citizens remain in prison in Tehran. Minister for Foreign Affairs Arju Rana has said efforts are underway for rescue of Nepalese affected by the Iran-Israel conflict. Addressing the questions raised during House of Representatives discussion on appropriation bill, Minister Rana assured that the ministry had been corresponding with different organizations and embassies for the rescue of Nepalese in the nations in conflict. The minister also informed that so far 885 had submitted online applications in response to the ministry's call. Likewise, Minister Rana also informed that the Indian government would fly to India by tomorrow, 11 of the 16 Nepalese in Iran, and that efforts are ongoing to repatriate the remaining 5.
हाल इजरायल तथा इरानमा रहनुभएका नेपाली नागरिकलाई सुरक्षा दृष्टिकोणले अधिकतम सतर्कता अपनाउन अनुरोध गरिरहेका छौं र हरेक दिन जस्तो बेलुका म चाहिँ हाम्रो त्यहाँ धनप्रसाद पण्डितज्यू हाम्रो मामहिमज्यूसँग मेरो फोनमा पनि सम्पर्क हुन्छ र त्यहाँ र त्यो बाहेक इजिप्टमा रहनु भएको कटारमा रहनु भएको पाकिस्तानमा पनि रहनु भएको राजदूत साहबहरुसँग पनि यो सुरक्षा कसरी गर्ने हाम्रो नागरिकहरुलाई भोलि उद्धार गर्नु पर्यो भने कस्तो रणनीति लिने भन्ने चाहिँ कुराहरु भइरहेको छ।
Minister Rana also called on those Nepalese who have illegally travelled abroad to register their information. She also mentioned that here were no updates on Bipin Joshi, a Nepali national taken hostage by Hamas during the October 7, 2023 attack, but it added that efforts were underway for his rescue.
आजभन्दा 2 हप्ता अगाडि होला यो थाइल्यान्डको चाहिँ एउटा विदेशी नागरिकको लास चाहिँ हमासले हस्तान्तरण गर्यो भन्ने कुरा आयो तर नेपाली नागरिकको बारेमा अझ पनि केही छैन हामी सबैजनाले भगवानसँग प्रार्थना गरौं कि हाम्रो छोरा बिपिन जोशी अहिले पनि सकुशल छन् र कुनै दिन चाहिँ नेपाल फर्किन्छन् भन्ने चाहिँ आशामा छौं र हामीले यो गिभ अप चाहिँ गर्नु हुँदैन.
Minister Rana also informed that dialogues were on hold since 2 years regarding the long-standing border issues between Nepal and India have begun through established mechanisms. Now, in Chiraa of Dhanusa's Dhanusadham municipality, 20 families have been thrown into distress after a man secretly transferred into his name a piece of land that had been purchased by his father 5 decades ago, on which they had been living ever since. Following evidence of collusion between Land Revenue Office employees and local representatives in illegally recommending and registering the land, the Commission for the Investigation of Abuse of Authority has also taken interest in this case.
This is Chiraa Village of Dhanusadham municipality, which has been settled for over 100 years and is home to about 100 households. On a piece of land sold 50 years ago by the late Keshi Adhikari, but never officially registered in the buyer's names, 20 households have been residing. Despite repeated requests to the son of Keshi Adhikari, who is now deceased, the families have not been heard, leaving them stressed and uncertain. According to mainland records and in line with a court decision, this land was officially registered on September 21, 2023 in the names of 3 people, including Bharat Kumar Yadav, son of Keshi Adhikari. The land plot number 307K, originally part of former Tejnagar Village Development Committee 8, now falls under Dhanusadham Municipality 4 and covers 1 bigha and 5 dur of land. However, based on a recommendation by Ward Number 7 Chairperson Hem Narayan Yadav, a portion of this land, which is over 4 katha and 16 dur, was subdivided and registered in the names of 6 people in March this year. There are accusations that Land Revenue Office employees accepted bribes to facilitate this illegal transfer. The Commission for the Investigation of Abuse of Authority (CIAA) is now investigating the issue, especially since the land transfer was done based on a recommendation from outside the proper jurisdiction, Ward Number 7, instead of Ward Number 4. The families who have long lived on and built homes on the land purchased from Keshi Adhikari have appealed to both Dhanusadham municipality and the local government to have the land registered in their names. Although discussions have taken place between the two sides, no resolution has yet been reached.
The Parliamentary Committee has directed the government to protect gold and silver traders and to streamline the tax system. In a meeting held today at Singadarbar, the Finance Committee instructed the government to protect industrialists and traders and to make the tax system more efficient. The committee concluded that since tax revenue can only be collected if businesses survive, there is a need for policies aimed at protecting entrepreneurs and traders.
उहाँको संरक्षण पनि गर्ने र राज्यले पनि आफ्नो कर प्रणालीलाई चुस्त दुरुस्त गरेर लगाउने गरी सही ढंगको निर्देशन जान्छ.
The Nepal Gold and Silver Dealers Federation has been opposing the taxes imposed on gold, silver and jewelry through the finance bill. Now, moving on, the government has been asked to provide information about the progress of the under construction parliament building within 3 days. In a meeting held today at Singadarbar, the Committee for Monitoring and Evaluation of the Implementation of the Directive Principles, Policies and Responsibilities of the State directed the Ministry of Urban Development to report on the progress of the construction of the Parliament building.
शहरी विकास मन्त्रालयलाई 3 दिनभित्र संसद भवनको चाहिँ हामीले गरेका प्रश्नहरूको कार्यान्वयन के भएको छ भन्ने कुराको पत्र पठाउनु भनेर एउटा पत्रचार गर्ने 15 गते भित्र यी प्रतिवेदनहरूमा सबै मान्यज्यूहरूको सुझाव प्राप्त हुने.
Citing frustration due to the slow pace of infrastructure development, lawmakers in the committee emphasized the need to seriously address why there have been so many problems in the implementation of development projects. It is time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse, brought to you by Global College of Management, the first choice for +2 management. Baneshwar, Kathmandu. Global School of Science, an exclusive center of +2 science. Baneshwar, Kathmandu.
Here is today's question. What's your take on the anarchic activities in federal parliament? Your options are A, needs action, B, denting parliament image, C, free will, or D, no comment. Visit www.kantipurtv.com or www.ekantipur.com to share your opinion with us. Welcome back. With burn patients now being treated at Bheri Hospital in Nepalganj, the compulsion to travel to India for treatment has decreased. Since the hospital began offering free treatment for burn injuries, the risk of patients dying due to lack of care has also reduced. However, the hospital's burn ward is still operating with limited staff compared to the number of patients.
Sita Chaudhary of Thakur Baba Municipality, Bardia, was in a crisis when her 34-year-old husband, Prakash Tharu, suffered severe burns while cooking. With a very poor financial condition, Sita could not afford to take her husband to India or to Kantipur Hospital in Kathmandu. She somehow managed to bring him to Bheri Hospital, and after receiving free treatment, she felt a great sense of relief.
त्यो अर्कै पाइन्ट लाउनु भथ्यो त्यो प्लास्टिक जस्तै अनि त्यो हावाले अक्कासी समातिहाल्यो.
Virendra Bahadur Chand of Kumak Salyan sustained serious burns to his hand and face after falling into a stove. As he is physically disabled and no one was around to pull him out of the fire, he barely survived. He is also undergoing treatment at Bheri Hospital.
औषधिहरु पनि फ्रीमा रहेछ. हामी टाढा मान्छे दुर्गमबाट मान्छे टाढा जानको लागि भाडा पनि नहुने, अब त्यति थाहा पनि नहुने, धेरै राम्रो.
Ever since Bheri Hospital set up a 6-bed burn ward and started offering free treatment services, the number of burn patients has increased. All the beds are consistently full and some patients have to return home due to lack of beds.
हामीसँग जनशक्ति त्यति धेरै छैन. अब जति छ त्यतिमा हामीले म्यानेज गरिरहेको हो. अर्को चाहिँ नि बिरामी ढिलो पुगेर म्यानेजमेन्टमा कहिलेकाहीँ बिरामीहरूले नबुझेर बिरामीहरू आफै लग्ने गरेका छन्.
बेड 6वटा राखेर हैन त्यहाँ सबै रुमको सबै टेम्परेचर मेन्टेन पनि गरेको छौं. छुट्टै पछाडी बाथरुम पछि गएर सरले हेर्न सक्नुहुन्छ हैन. बर्नको बिरामी नहुनै पर्यो भने पनि पछाडी बाथरुम छुट्टै त्यो चाहिँ गराएको छौं.
The burn unit has 1 trained doctor and 2 trained nurses. Additional health workers assist them, but the available workforce and medical supplies are insufficient compared to the patient load.
Burn ward को main capacity चाहिँ हाम्रो maximum अहिले 6वटा बेडमा मात्र सीमित छ र कतिपय अब केसेसहरुको फ्लो हेर्दाखेरि चाहिँ यो पनि अब पर्याप्त मात्रामा चाहिँ नभएको चाहिँ जस्तो हामीलाई लागिरहेको छ.
In nearly 4 months since the burn ward started operating, over 28 patients have been treated. Some have been referred elsewhere and 1 patient died during treatment. BVS Nepal, a non-governmental organization that rescues burn victims, has been providing financial assistance to poor and helpless patients to purchase unavailable medicines and also supports them in starting a small business for livelihood after recovery.
अस्पतालको फार्मेसीबाट जुन दबाई पाइदैन त्यो दबाई चाहिँ बिरामीले बाहिरबाट किनेर ल्याउनुहुन्छ अनि त्यसको बिलको चाहिँ हामी शोध भर्ना गरेका छौं.
Due to the cramped space in the burn ward and free movement of people, there is a high risk of infection spreading among patients. A report by J. Pandey for Kantipur News, Nepalganj, Baki.
Due to the open border between Nepal and India, the drug problem in the Madhya province is becoming increasingly severe. While the smuggling of banned drugs from the Indian market had been ongoing for some years, recent police statistics reveal a rise in the trade of brown sugar as well.
In May this year, police arrested 26-year-old Kiran Kumar Yadav and 32-year-old Dinesh Kumar Yadav from Laptoli in Lahan Municipality, Siraha, along with brown sugar and cash. They were riding a motorcycle when they were caught with 22.90 grams of brown sugar and 51,450 rupees in cash. After interrogation, police searched their house and recovered an additional 180 grams of brown sugar and 35,780 Indian rupees. Shortly afterward, 710 milligrams of brown sugar were recovered from 20-year-old Krishna Kumar Yadav and 19-year-old Neeraj Raya from Bariyarpatti, Aurahi Rural Municipality, also in Chiraa.
यसरी समाजमा पारिवारिक रूपले नै यसको कारोबार हुनु भनेको एकदमै नराम्रो स्थितिमा यो लागु औषधको जालो फैलिसक्यो भनेर हामीले त्यसरी.
Earlier in August, Dinesh Yadav had also been arrested with 3.5 grams of brown sugar and served 6 months in prison. According to District Police Office Chiraa, in the fiscal year 2022-23, 38 people were arrested with 170 grams and 481 milligrams of brown sugar. In 2023-24, 55 people were arrested with 216 grams and 834 milligrams. And by the end of the current fiscal year's month of Jeshta, 69 individuals have been arrested with 1 kilogram, 356 grams of brown sugar. These figures indicate that Chiraa in Madhya province is becoming a transit point for brown sugar traders and users.
Class 8, 9, 10 मा ड्रग्स खाइरहेछ भन्दाखेरि त्यो युवा अब आउने दिनमा कस्ता युवा निर्माण हुन्छ, हाम्रो देश समाजको लागि कस्ता हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि त्यो विषयलाई पनि हामीले गम्भीरतापूर्वक यसलाई चाहिँ कडाइका साथ लागू गर्नुपर्छ.
During the security seminar of Madhya province on 9th of the Nepalese month of Jeshta, both the Chief Minister and the Federal Home Minister expressed deep concerns before high-ranking security officials from both central and provincial levels regarding the growing drug trade and the increasing number of youths falling into addiction. But what are security officials actually doing to stop it?
नियमित चेकिङ गर्ने र कुलतमा लागेका व्यक्तिहरूमाथि निगरानी राखेर तिनीलाई चाहिँ उनको स्रोत कहाँबाट ल्याउने गर्छन्, ती स्रोतहरू पैसा आउने स्रोतलाई नै कट गर्ने कानुनद्वारा ल्याउने भन्ने हाम्रो योजना छ.
Although security forces have launched monitoring and control campaigns targeting drug traffickers and users crossing the border, local representatives of the 464-kilometer open border area with India seem indifferent.
वार्ड वाइज गाउँ वाइज यो कुराहरूलाई प्रचार हुँदैन भने हाम्रो बालबच्चाहरू चाहिँ सुध्रिने अवस्था हुँदैन.
According to statistics from Madhya Province Police, in the fiscal year 2079-80, 1,304 individuals were arrested. In 2080-81, 1,108, and in the current fiscal year up to Baisakh, 658 people have been arrested with brown sugar, opium, restricted medicines, marijuana, hashish and other types of drugs. Among these, the highest number, 898 individuals in 632 cases, are from Birganj, Parsa.